Hey everyone, Dr. James Stirrett here. Today I am really excited to bring you some cool information about a supplement, a new supplement on the market that may be able to contend, do the exact same thing, similar mechanism of action to semaglutide, Ozempic, Wegovy, these GLP-1 agonist medications. So if you're looking for something more of a natural approach to weight loss, if you're looking for something that might be available over the counter, less expensive than these medications, then pay attention because this is for you today. Let's jump right into it. So if we're talking about a GLP-1 stimulating supplement, let's just reverse back to what we know works very well, GLP-1 stimulating drugs. So semaglutide, Ozempic, Wegovy, tirzepatide, slightly different but very similar class of GLP-1 medication. These are meds that we know work really well. I've seen literally thousands of patients use this now with outstanding results. However, it's not meant for everyone, meaning that it doesn't work for everybody. Not everybody wants to take a medication. Not everyone's comfortable with that. Not everyone is comfortable with injecting themselves. And so these medications aren't a great fit for everyone. And many patients always ask me, Dr. Stirrett, what is a supplement that I can take in place of semaglutide? And until now, I've always kind of laughed a little bit and said, there's nothing really out there that's going to stimulate your GLP-1 receptors equivalent to a GLP-1 stimulating medication. So how do the medications themselves work? They work by antagonizing or increasing the likelihood of these GLP-1 receptors getting turned on, we'll say. And we have these receptors in our pancreas and in our brain that basically are going to do a few different things. One, in the brain, it's going to say, hey, I'm more satiated, or I'm full, or I'm satisfied with the amount of food that I've had. Two, it's going to slow down the digestive tract slightly, delayed gastric emptying a little bit depending on your dosage. If your dosage is maxed out, it's going to really slow things down, which is where some bad side effects can occur. But it does slow down that gastric emptying, and that's where you're going to get that sense of like, oh, I don't need to eat as much. So we see a decrease in caloric intake for our patients that are on it. As well as it's going to increase insulin output or improve the body's ability to produce insulin while on the medication, which I do believe does help to reverse insulin resistance ultimately. So anything that stimulates GLP-1 in a healthy way, I'm a big advocate for, as long as we can do so in a controlled way. So when I came across this new supplement, I originally was extremely skeptical, but I've been starting to use it with patients and have had great user response. And so I wanted to be able to share this want to be able to share this supplement with you today, which I think is extremely exciting. So what is the actual supplement? Drum roll, please. It's a type of hops that is grown in New Zealand. The New Zealand government, from my understanding, has donated over $20 million into various research studies investigating this product, investigating this particular species of hops that's grown in New Zealand that does show GLP-1 stimulating effects. To my knowledge, there is only one product on the market that is available here. It's called Calcurb, and I'm going to be sharing it with you today and sharing what they've seen through their research work very well, what I've seen clinically work well with this particular product. So hops have been around for a long time. We all drink beer and have different things that have hops in it, and we don't lose weight around here. So what's the deal? Apparently, this particular kind of hop extract that has been grown in New Zealand, when it is really concentrated and grown in this particular place, it stimulates a certain type of receptor in the mouth. It's called the bitter sensing type 2 receptor. Now, it's this extreme bitterness that's stimulated that actually goes ahead and increases your internal output of GLP-1. It's not that these hops in itself have GLP-1 in it like the medication does. So the hops actually increase your internal or your endogenous, meaning you produce your own GLP-1. And in some of the studies done, looks like there's been 3 of them, it looked as if it was about 6 times baseline for most people when they take this medication, meaning that The amount of GLP-1 produced per individual was on average about 6 times higher, which is crazy. And across the 3 clinical trials that have been done, there has definitely been significant weight loss, but going beyond that, looking into the weight loss, we've actually seen reduced hunger cravings by up to 40%, reduced overall hunger by 30%, and reduced caloric intake by just under 20%, looking to be around 18% or so. So with those kind of effects, you would assume the same side effect profile as the medications, right? Nope, actually not at all. The only side effect that was seen widespread across the men and women that were taking this particular HOP supplement was actually loose stools after taking that typically resolved on its own after the first few days of taking it. So that means not a ton of constipation, not a ton of nausea like we see with Semaglutide, Ozempic, Wegovy, and other GLP-1 stimulating medications. Pretty cool, right? Because some people get so constipated and so nauseous on these products that they can't take them at all. So this might be a better alternative for somebody who fits in that profile or has been struggling with side effects from GLP-1 medications. So please understand, I am not recommending this supplement for you, your family member, anybody. Please consult your doctor before doing anything like this because it does have a real response in your body, right? It's not just some supplement you take and never notice a difference. Like, it's probably going to do something in your body when you take it, okay? So I'm not recommending it for you, but just know that the company recommends a certain dosage. And so this is the dosage that I've been recommending to my patients. I haven't been going outside of the box with it. I've just been kind of experimenting with this. The folks that I've recommended this to within my practice are completely aware that it may or may not work, although we have been seeing it actually work, so it's exciting. But I wanted to share what the company actually recommends and what they've used in their research as far as dosing is concerned. So over a 5-day period, basically they're tapering their patients from 1 cap on an empty stomach. You're always taking this supplement on an empty stomach. And this would be going from once a day to 2 times twice a day. And over a 5-day period, it's tapered up. If you're interested in this supplement, then it literally says this on the bottle. And I haven't really changed this when I've recommended it to my patients. Clinically, I can really see 2 different reasons for using this product. First of this is just going to be somebody who, like I mentioned, does not tolerate GLP-1 medications very well. They're looking for another option. They're really bummed. They're having a high side effect profile, and we needed to switch them to something else. 2 is for the naturalist, and I'm a naturopathic doctor, right? So I can appreciate when people go this route. And they say, hey, Dr. Stirrett, I want to just go a natural route, and diet and exercise is not working well for me. What can I do to stimulate GLP-1? I would go to this particular supplement and run them through that taper and have them stay on it. The third person that this might be for is somebody who's just worried about cost. GLP-1 medications are expensive. You know, they're $1,000 to $2,000 a month typically, unless they're covered by insurance, and you usually have to be type 2 diabetic for them to be covered. This particular supplement is literally $70 a month, I think, and it's with the way that it's dosed, it's typically around $65 to $70 a month. Where you can get it, I'll drop a link down below where you can get it off our dispensary through FullScript for 5% off, which is an awesome option. You'll also see some other supplements in there that I typically recommend just through the weight loss process, but Calcurb is a can't miss supplement and might be worth trying. I leave you with that. If you enjoy the content, please hit that like button and subscribe for more hormone and weight loss content. Until next week, I'll see you again. Take care.